For the third weekend in a row, cries of anger and frustration echo across the city of Khabarovsk. The arrest of their governor, Sergei Furgal, has triggered the biggest demonstration this region has seen in years. The 50-year-old member of the opposition Liberal Democratic Party was detained earlier this month. He's charged with ordering the murders and attempted murders of several businessmen 15 years ago. But many here see the arrest as politically motivated, retaliation for defeating President Putin's favorite in the 2018 gubernatorial election. People are offended. I think people take to the streets because their vote in the gubernatorial election was taken away. But these protests are about more than the arrest of their governor. It's about fighting back against what they see as President Putin's increasingly authoritarian grip on power. With chants of freedom and Putin is a thief, the protests have become a battle cry of freedom. Freedom from the ruler sitting more than 6,000 kilometers away in Moscow, whom they see as self-serving and out of touch. Moscow is sucking up all the resources from the Far East, and we get nothing in return. This region used to be so rich, the people were doing so well, and the production was thriving. Now, all the big enterprises have been bought up by Muscovites. Putin's appointment of a successor has not helped. That's even though Mikhail Degtyarev, a member of the same party as Furgal, was seen as an attempt by the Kremlin to assuage locals' anger. But the people of Khabarovsk have fired back, saying the 39-year-old outsider lacks experience and has no connection to the region. As both sides dig in their heels, the standoff is likely to continue. The question is how long the protesters can last. President Putin is in no hurry. A constitutional change passed early this month means he could stay in power till 2036.
Now, earlier, I spoke to Ivan Gershkovets in Khabarovsk covering that demonstration. I asked him how this protest was different from others we'd seen in Russia.
It's truly one of the most surprising protests we've seen in years in Russia, in all of Putin's 20 years. One of the main things we've seen, the reason police aren't clearing the streets, is the mass people that are coming out. The first protest that took place here 3 weeks ago was 40,000 people. A week later, last Saturday, we saw 50,000, and today estimates ran as much as 90,000. Now, to put that in perspective, there's about 600,000 people who live in the city of Khabarovsk, so it's like 10% of the city is coming out to protest. There's also a notion that the Kremlin is hoping that this will simmer down, but as we're seeing 3 weeks in, it's only growing, so time will have to tell whether the Kremlin will decide to crack down or not, but so far, they haven't.
Not sure whether you've been in a position to do much reporting literally down on the streets there, but what are the protesters saying is compelling them to get on the streets in defiance of what's the natural order there in Russia?
There's a lot of different slogans that are being screamed about, the governor specifically, to anti-Kremlin sentiment, but the main thing that the protesters have repeated day after day, these rallies continue each day, but the main ones happen on Saturday, is that they feel that their choice was taken away. They feel that even if their governor is guilty of these crimes, he should be tried here in Khabarovsk. They believe they voted for him. They feel that Moscow, the Kremlin, has now taken him away for political reasons, not reasons that they believe to be fair, because these alleged murders were 15 years ago. So if they did take place, they believe that the Kremlin would have dug this up a long time ago. And so they believe that their choice was stolen away. And so at the end of the day, it's about a right to a fair choice. It's about call to democracy, it seems.